Should the Cleveland Browns trade Myles Garrett? I hope not. I'm going to get that out the way now. I hope they don't. I will cry like a baby. The snot bubbles, the whole nine. But come talk to me. Let's talk about it. Rumors have been going around for the past couple of days. Past couple of days, I think so. Ever since Amari Cooper got traded to the Buffalo Bills earlier this week, now Myles Garrett's name has popped up in the atmosphere. He is the next biggest star that we're talking about. The Detroit Lions lost Aiden Hutchinson for the season. Max Crosby's name has came up for a replacement. Myles Garrett of our Cleveland Browns name has came up. And I don't like it. But then I thought about it. And I want you to think about it too. If the Detroit Lions called Andrew Berry today, should he pick up the phone? My first inkling is no, hang up, shut up, and just go run on the treadmill. Let off some steam. But if you're thinking as a business person, should you at least listen to what they have to say? Because the Detroit Lions, they could win the NFC. Minnesota in their division is the best team by record. They have not lost. The Philadelphia Eagles, they're not as good as they were last year. San Francisco 49ers, Christian McCaffrey, he's ouchy-wouchy. The Dallas Cowboys, they stink right now. You got the Washington Commanders on the upside. The Seattle Seahawks, who knows about them? The Rams are not good. I don't know who I'm forgetting. Tampa Bay, they're doing pretty good, but they've proven they can beat them. So, they could take it all and get to the Super Bowl. They are missing that piece since Hutchinson is out. And Myles Garrett could be that piece. We know how good he is. So now I think, should they take that call? Should Andrew Berry say, hello, oh, you want Myles Garrett? What are you willing to give up? So if Detroit was willing to give up, let's say 2 first-round picks, a couple second, maybe 3 first-round picks and a second round or 2 second-round picks, should the Browns oblige? You know, we got this one guy at quarterback who took up all the money, the guaranteed money and all that stuff. So you got to find a way to get some players some way, somehow, recoup some of those first round picks that everybody loved, that everybody garnished, that was taken away by Deshaun Watson. You got to find a way to get these back. Or we are in rebuild mode or semi-rebuild mode at 1-5. You got to find some other players you're going to trade. Maybe as a Darius Smith, maybe a Juan Thornhill. Pick your player, pick your poison. To get some assets back to try and rebuild this team. Is Myles Garrett the answer? Let's take a look at Myles Garrett for a second. Now, once again, as I preference this, I don't want Myles Garrett to be traded. I am wearing his jersey for freaking sake. I don't want another jersey that is useless to wear anymore outside of public. I've got enough of them in the closet. Now, Myles Garrett, right now we're 1-5 and we have Myles Garrett. Last year we went to the playoffs with Myles Garrett. We have had seasons where we were 0-16 and we had Myles Garrett on the field. We had seasons at 1-15 where we had Myles Garrett on the field. Here's my point if you want to think from a logical Andrew Berry cutthroat business standpoint. The quarterback is the position in the NFL. If you don't have that locked down, for the most part, you're not going to win. You're not winning. You have to have that quarterback position pinned. This is why they went out there and they made a mistake pretty much. As we can see, they tried to get Deshaun Watson and it has not worked. And we're 1-5 with Myles Garrett on the field. He only can do so much at that position. That position's not going to mean you're winning football games with that sole defensive end. So, do you take the call? The answer is yes, unfortunately. Once again, as I preference, I don't want him traded. I think Myles Garrett should get the Joe Thomas treatment. You go to Myles Garrett and you go, hey, would you even want to trade from Cleveland? Most likely he's going to say no. I would think so. He's a part owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. You see him at Cleveland Cav games, rooting on our Cavs. So I think he would say no. And you look at Myles Garrett, I love him to death, but I am coming from a point of, Sometimes he's ouchie. He has 2 feet injury right now and he's still balling. He can jump over people and block field goals. That's why I don't want to give him up. Sometimes though, for me, it comes from a point of you just have to keep a player just to keep him. And that's where I'm at because I like Myles Garrett. You know, you keep a defensive player for their whole career and you can say we had that guy etched in stone in Cleveland Browns allure. And he can retire a Cleveland Brown. That's my side of it. That's why I keep him. You find a way to get more players without trading Myles Garrett. If you messed up, which it looks like it with the Deshaun Watson deal, you get yourself out of it without trading Myles Garrett. That's me. But I see the side where you do take the call. I see the side where you listen. And if the Detroit Lions somehow, some way come up, if they even called, I don't know if they're going to, if they came with a deal that you just could not pass up, then it looks like I'm just going to cry like a big baby. Because if they trade Myles Garrett, it's another jersey I got to put in my closet and I can't wear again. I can't call it sacks anymore. And it's one of my top 2 players that I would no longer get to watch play in a Cleveland Brown uniform. So I don't think the Browns will trade Myles Garrett. I don't think it'll come down to that. I know everybody's talking about we're rebuilding, the season's over. I do think the season is over, by the way. I do think we're going into a different path of retooling this team, but I don't think trading Myles Garrett is going to be a part of it. But you let me know, should they trade him? Do you think it's time to trade Myles Garrett? Should they at least take the call? Should they say, hello, Mr. GM, what do you want? Or should that not even be an option? Find another way to get it done. You let me know. That's what the comments are for. I'm pointing down. I don't know why. Is the comments down there somewhere? I have no clue. And if you made it to this part of the video, in your comment, just hit that hashtag Myles Garrett to let me know you're here having a conversation. I appreciate all of you, every single one, the ones that leave the comments, the ones that share, the ones that like, and the ones that don't like the Browns and they come in here and they just want to troll. I like you too. Appreciate you. And until next time, it's all love. Peace. Would the Cleveland Browns trade Myles Garrett? I don't know. Who knows about them? The Rams are not good. So they really could win the NFC East if they came with a deal that was what?